Again, thank you, Chairman, for holding this hearing on this important issue. Senator Lee and I were noting the irony of the panel's response to his earlier line of questioning. Mapping the human genome, no problem. Simplifying the tax code, not so sure we can do. I appreciate, too, at this point, being considered in Congress as we strive toward a lower, more competitive, simpler tax code. What can be done in the interim? Repatriation, ability to lower that tax gate and allow those private capital to flow back, no-cost stimulus at a critical time is one of the issues we're weighing very strongly. But I want to finish with this real quickly to put all this in perspective. What is the latest data on the cost to bring a new drug to market in the U.S.? What range today are we looking at?
It's $1 billion to $2 billion. It's depending on the numbers. The cited common studies, a tough study, is $800 million to $1.2 billion. That's about 8-year-old study or 10-year-old study. So it's enormous. And each trial period is expanding in time and cost, and this gets to the FDA regulatory burdens being lifted.
And so, is there an average time, Doctor?
I'd say 8 years to bring a drug forward, and that doesn't count the discovery phase. That's just the clinical development phase, not the laboratory phase.
Once you've made the breakthrough, that's the process to bring it to market.
Yes, and there are programs that are called fast track programs. Those can actually take longer, depending on the disease.
Welcome to
Washington. That's right.
10 years ago, that cost was $800 million. So we've bumped it up over a decade, $1 billion plus, and the time has lengthened as well to bring a drug to the marketplace.
And the important thing here is, once you bring it to market, you also have to get a price for that drug that makes that 15 years worth of work and effort worthwhile. And that's where CMS comes in, and the ability of the federal government to price a drug that is available to the public, but at the same rate rewards 15 years of long toil and investment on the other side. And there are going to be investors who, at the end of the day, if that price isn't set properly, are going to walk away and instead be doing, frankly, unfortunately, work in the life science area that is not FDA regulated or not CMS mandated. And so you're going to be looking at cosmetology types of deals. And is that really what you want this country to be looking at, as opposed to looking at these very important drugs and devices at the end of the day?
Dr. Tang, any comment?
It's more expensive and more risky. I think that's the bottom line, and that needs to be rewarded in the overall process. And while I certainly appreciate the work that the FDA does, I don't think any business person in the life science industry will say that they are particularly easier to work with.
We've got some work to do, especially if America is to continue its lead in this innovative area. So again, Chairman, thanks for holding this hearing.
Vice Chairman Brady, thank you. Mr. Heeson?
Thank you.